There comes a time in every person's life when silence screams louder than words, when the weight of failure presses down like a storm on your chest. When you look at the path ahead and ask yourself the most critical question of all, can I really keep going? The world may not see it. They may not know how many times you've broken down quietly in the dark, how many times you've kept fighting battles behind a smiling face. But deep inside you, a voice still whispers, even when you're tired, even when you're falling apart. I must keep going. That voice, that's your inner fire. That's your unbreakable core. That's the reason you're still here, still breathing, still standing, still trying. And if you're listening to this right now, let me tell you, you're not weak. You're not a failure. You're not done. You're just being tested. It's time to rise. Let's be honest. Life is not easy. Dreams are heavy. Goals are distant. And the journey? It's brutal. You wake up some days wondering what the point is. You put in the work, but nothing seems to change. You see others succeed while you're stuck in the same cycle. Grind, fall, get up, repeat. But when did we start believing that pain means failure? Why do we equate struggle with weakness? Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the sign that you are alive. It's the toll for greatness. Every champion you admire, every success story you've ever heard, they all came from someone who refused to quit. Someone who stood exactly where you are, feeling defeated, alone, exhausted, and still said, I must keep going. Breakdowns are often the beginning of breakthroughs. When your legs give out from under you, that's when your soul takes over. When everything around you falls apart, the only thing left standing is your heart. And that is enough. Giving up is easy. Quitting doesn't take courage. But continuing, fighting when there's no applause, when no one is watching, when it hurts the most, that is real strength. Let the tears fall. Let the doubts scream. But never let them stop you. Cry if you must. Pause if you must. But get up. Always get up. Because every time you rise, you prove the world wrong. Every time you rise, you build something inside that no one can take away. You must keep going because your purpose is bigger than your pain. There is someone out there who needs your story. Someone who will survive because you didn't give up. You think you're just one person trying to make it through the day. But you're more than that. You're a chain breaker, a legacy builder, a future changer. You must keep going because the world hasn't seen your best yet. Your greatest moment hasn't arrived. Your masterpiece hasn't been completed. Your full power hasn't been unleashed. You must keep going because regret will haunt you more than failure ever could. Failure teaches. Regret punishes. Don't walk away from your future just because the present is uncomfortable. You've already come too far to only come this far. There will be days when you wake up and feel like doing nothing. No motivation, no energy, just emptiness. On those days, don't chase perfection, chase movement. Don't aim to conquer the mountain, just take one step. Remind yourself, I don't need to have it all figured out. I just need to do what I can today. I just need to move. And movement will turn into momentum. Momentum will create progress. And progress will bring purpose. Discipline is doing it when you don't feel like it. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what builds the warrior inside you. Think about everything you've already overcome. Every night you thought would break you, but didn't. Every setback you thought was the end, but you survived. You're not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. You are battle-tested. You are scarred but standing. And that makes you dangerous to any obstacle in your way. You're not starting over. You're starting stronger. Let your past fuel your future. Let your scars remind you, you didn't come this far to quit now. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Consistency is louder than hype. Quiet efforts compound. One more rep, one more sentence, one more hour, one more day of saying, I must keep going. Over time, those small choices will turn into massive victories. Champions are built in the silence, in the repetition, in the unglamorous daily grind. You don't need a miracle. You need a mindset that whispers and sometimes screams, I will not stop. I must keep going. The world may count you out. People might leave. They might mock your dreams. They might say you'll never make it. Let them. Let the disbelief fuel you. Let the doubt sharpen your edge. Let the silence of being overlooked become the thunder of your return. Success is the loudest reply to doubt. So don't fight them with words. Fight them with results. And remember, you're not doing this for applause. You're doing this because you refuse to live a life of what if. Think about the person you want to become. That version of you that's living free, fearless, and fulfilled. They don't get there by luck. They don't get there by comfort. They get there because you refuse to quit today. You must keep going because your future self is watching, waiting, counting on you to stay in the fight. When it gets hard, close your eyes and see them standing strong, smiling, thanking you, because you didn't quit when it was hardest, because you believed, even when it was dark. So today, wherever you are, whether you're winning or wounded, whether you're flying or falling, tell yourself out loud, I must keep going. Say it until you believe it. Say it until your spirit catches fire. Say it until your doubt backs down. Because you were born for more than survival. You were made for greatness. You were made for impact. And that impact starts with a decision. To keep moving one step at a time. You don't need the perfect conditions. You don't need everyone's support. You just need to believe in yourself enough to not give up.